Okay, that looks better, right? But it's hard to say whether I ground down material on the intake port. But I don't think I did. I took, if I can just reach that while you're watching, I took this and I used it as a straight edge, and I shone a light behind each section, and it looks okay. Maybe 2/1000ths of a gap down there. Alright, so in this shop, money's an object. But if you're paying somebody $100 an hour, you wouldn't do this. Now, I've had this carburetor off 3 or 4 times, and I've changed jets from a different 5-horse carburetor, and I polished the intake manifold because it looked a little rough, and it still runs poorly. When I'm adjusting at 90% throttle, when I'm adjusting the power jet, and I go in just a little bit, it flutters against, I'll bring you over. Please, just bear with me. So when it's running a little bit lean, it hammers against the idle screw right there. I don't know. There we go. It hammers against the idle screw, and then the next adjustment, I'm talking not even a 1/16 of an inch on this screw down here, it hammers against the full side. So it's either going or bang, 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 bang. So I can't get it to sit in the middle with the power adjustment. So that tells me that there is a clog in this carburetor or something. And I could solve this by just spending money, right? Also, the rewind was a used one from a really old one. And this is an older unit. This one rewind bolt broke off, and I was using a 1/4 inch ratchet when that broke off. So there's some metal fatigue in here too, right? So it's all about money in this shop. All about money. And I know I've had comments, why don't you just order a new carb, or just order new this and new that? Well, the whole idea of my channel is to fix stuff inexpensively. And I'm not a poor man, okay? I mean, I've been through life, I've done it all. You know, I haven't done it all, but I've been through life, and I've had life's financial challenges, which I don't have as much anymore. And but I get it, man. I remember borrowing money from my mother-in-law for milk for the kids. So I've been there. Okay, guys, can you see that? That spark plug is burning so lean, it's white hot on the end. It's white, not white hot. It's got white dust on the end from burning lean. But I thought it was the carburetor. So I'm going to check the valves one more time. Maybe I mucked up. And I've already got the muffler off. I've got the carburetor off. And I'm just going to check underneath this door again. Maybe I screwed up. Alright, just a quick note. This is the one thing that I don't like about Tecumseh's, is to get the rewind off, and the gas tank, you got to take all the head bolts out. It's just the way it is. And but you know, if you get at it, it takes 10 minutes. It's not like it's the end of the world or anything like that. Just a whining old guy. And yes, because I do this fairly often, and the bolts are different lengths, I have a little pattern. I just keep this behind the bench, and that T means the gas tank, and that's the pattern of the bolts. I know, I'm crazy. Okay, here's the exhaust valve. We are going to just take 3 or 4 thousandths off there, just on my bench grinder. That's all I've got. I don't have a lathe or anything fancy. And I'm just going to clean the valve up on the stem, and we'll just get you a little quick start look at that, and then we'll carry on. Just like I said in the last video, you look at the size of the bevel, that's what I do, and we just take that size of the bevel off a little bit. that's enough amount. And I go to the other grinder and I just polish the end. Well, we're back on the old 5 horsepower snowblower. So anyway, we are just going to lap this valve. It was a bit too long, so I just took 2 or 3 thousandths off so that it would actually seat, because the tappet right there was holding it in the air so it wouldn't touch for lapping. So now it's good, and I'm going to just do a little tiny bit of lapping on that. So I'll be back in 2 minutes. Yeah. So I'm just adding a little bit of this lapping compound to the valve. I'm probably putting too much on here, as we all do, right? And walk this way. We're going to pop that in there. Here. And we're going to just lap that baby. Hey, ooh, I've got a cameraman today. I wanted to get a camera woman, but nothing available. Now you're going to hear the sound of the grind get a higher frequency. There. Road King would be proud of me. He's got 2 different grades of lapping compound. I'm jealous. Okay, let's just have a little look at that. We'll see if we're getting a gray edge on that. So, yes, we're getting a gray, a real nice gray. Where's the lens? A gray ridge on there. You can see that. Isn't that cool? I wasn't there earlier. So we're going to do it a little bit more. And then we're going to clean this really, really well and finish grinding the length off that valve. Okay, that's all right. Good. We're back, and I'm just cleaning out the abrasive lapping compound out of this exhaust valve hole. Actually, it's quite something, you know. Look at that. That's a shot. The big thing is to get this stuff out of the actual 1/4 inch or whatever hole that the valve goes through. That'll grind away your valve. I'll probably pour a tiny bit of fuel in there too. Good.
I'm filming.
Right. So, okay, now we're going to install this valve. I'm going to use my spring tool. Inside the chamber is the valve is going to come through like that. I'm going to have to relax this so that it actually works in real life. There it is. Okay, so we're there. So inside the chamber it's going to do that, and I will turn this, and then we'll open up the crank on the valve spring tool. Should be that simple, but it never is. Because this is a smaller engine, it's a little bit harder to do. But once again, thank you, George. Oh, look how tight it is. Oh, let's just lower that tappet down, eh? There we go. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to squeeze it together, go over the tappet, and then open it up a little bit. Hey, and listen, before we get crazy, let's just lift this guy up. It's like being on a ladder and reaching down. Anybody who's been in the trades has done that. We've all done it. I've got to get through the That's the old saying? No, I can't say it. I got a family channel. If it was easy, everybody would do it. Oh man, I am so close on that. The weather's changing, you can hear the wind. Come on. There. And there. You just gotta fiddle with it. Okay, let's see if we got something happening here. Now if you zoom in on that, you'll see the decompression kick on the, okay, right there. That's that small lift on the valve, if you can see that there. Right there, guys.
You have a zoom?
Yeah. Pull it back towards that way, right there. Oh. You there?
Yep.
Okay, watch this valve. There it is. That's the decompression release for the hand rope start. And then there's the full one. So we're there. Now it's just a matter of reassembling everything.
Okay, I'm on.
Okay, so we're just going to quickly do a compression test on this one. It's not real good science, but we'll see how it goes here. Are we ready? Where are we at? 90. So that's okay. I think if we spun it faster, I was expecting more than that. But no, that's 90. Okay. All right, guys. I've got the rewind on with the rewind cover housing on with the new old rewind. The carburetor is just being put on now, and this is one of my main complaints about Tecumseh is that the gas tank and the housing is held on with the head bolts, and I missed it. I missed the housing. So I had to take them all off and retorque them, and then I torqued them just a couple of inch-pounds more than they were last time. And I'm at 200 inch-pounds now. So we're ready to go. It's got great compression. I'm just installing the carburetor with the new gasket. Right, whoa, baby. Right there. And I'm connecting up the governor at the same time. And then after I get that done, I will make sure the primer line gets installed onto the back of the carburetor and put the starter on. So I'll be back in just a little bit.